How much fruit juice is in the jug? How much fruit juice is in the jug?
The jug is half full. The jug is half full.
How many chairs are in the class? How many chairs are in the class?
There are 20 chairs in the class. There are 20 chairs in the class.
How far is the hotel from the city center? How far is the hotel from the city center?
It is a 10-minute walk. It is a 10-minute walk.
How long is the snowman? How long is the snowman?
It is 35 centimeters. It is 35 centimeters.
How often do you call your mother? How often do you call your mother?
I call my mother every day. I call my mother every day.
How many books did you buy? How many books did you buy?
I bought 5 books. I bought 5 books.
How much gas would you like? How much gas would you like?
Fill it up, please. Fill it up, please.
How long is the movie? How long is the movie?
It is a 2-hour movie. It is a 2-hour movie.
How far will we drive? How far will we drive?
We'll drive 100 miles. We'll drive 100 miles.
How often do you go to the dentist? How often do you go to the dentist?
I go to the dentist every 6 months. I go to the dentist every 6 months.
How many siblings do you have? How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 sisters. I have 2 sisters.
How much sugar do you use in the cake? How much sugar do you use in the cake?
I use 3 cups of brown sugar. I use 3 cups of brown sugar.
How far is the nearest hospital? How far is the nearest hospital?
It is 10 minutes from here. It is 10 minutes from here.
How long is the exam? How long is the exam?
It is 2 hours long. It is 2 hours long.
How often do you go to school? How often do you go to school?
I go to school on weekdays. I go to school on weekdays.
How many minutes is the test? How many minutes is the test?
It is about 30 to 45 minutes. It is about 30 to 45 minutes.
How much time do we have? How much time do we have?
We only have 1 hour. We only have 1 hour.
How long have you been dating? How long have you been dating?
We've been dating since last year. We've been dating since last year.
How far is it from here to Toronto? How far is it from here to Toronto?
It is 2 hours by train. It is 2 hours by train.
How often does she drink water? How often does she drink water?
She drinks water every hour. She drinks water every hour.
How many apples are left? How many apples are left?
5 apples left. 5 apples left.
How much food is there? How much food is there?
There is a lot of food left on the table. There is a lot of food left on the table.
How far do you live from here? How far do you live from here?
A 40-minute drive. A 40-minute drive.
How long have you lived here? How long have you lived here?
I have lived here for 10 years. I have lived here for 10 years.
How often do you brush your hair? How often do you brush your hair?
I brush my hair several times a day. I brush my hair several times a day.
How much do you love me? How much do you love me?
I love you so much. I love you so much.
How many friends do you have? How many friends do you have?
I have few friends. I have few friends.
How far is the city center? How far is the city center?
It is only 3 subway stops. It is only 3 subway stops.
How long is the train ride? How long is the train ride?
The ride is about 45 minutes. The ride is about 45 minutes.
How often do you take a shower? How often do you take a shower?
I take a shower once a day. I take a shower once a day.
How many days are there in a week? How many days are there in a week?
There are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days in a week.
How much money do you need? How much money do you need?
I only need $10. I only need $10.
How far is it to gas station? How far is it to gas station?
The gas station is 2 kilometers away. The gas station is 2 kilometers away.
How long can you hold your breath? How long can you hold your breath?
I can hold my breath for 2 minutes. I can hold my breath for 2 minutes.
How often do you eat fast food? How often do you eat fast food?
I eat fast food once a week. I eat fast food once a week.
How many emails have you sent? How many emails have you sent?
I have sent 5 emails. I have sent 5 emails.
How much did you work yesterday? How much did you work yesterday?
I worked for 2 hours. I worked for 2 hours.
How far did you run? How far did you run?
I run 2 kilometers. I run 2 kilometers.